things that take place.
We are one. We are many. Different people yet the same.
Each difference makes us stronger.
Each friendship is our game.
Enriched by the knowledge we have gained.
We proudly face each day.
The ideals you place within our hearts.
We'll share a long life's way.
YCHS, we praise you.
Alma mater, now all hail.
The friendships and the knowledge gained
Will evermore prevail.
Happy Friday, YCHS.
Welcome to the Cats TV show 2016. I'm Savannah.
And I'm Lauren. We're excited to be bringing you back our latest stories from around the school.
Our first story focuses on the administrative change of the second semester.
Along with a change in semesters, students may have noticed a familiar face in a new role. Mr. Snyder assumed an administrative position following FDJTC Director Mr. Roveri's departure.
Well, it's a big responsibility. I think the thing I like the most about it is learning the other side of the ball, how schools actually ran and what role administrators play in that.
Mr. Ray, former Assistant Director of FDJTC, has taken on the role of Director in the transition.
Mr. Roveri's no longer here, so I'm taking care of the things that he took care of and the things that I take care of as well.
The transition, although rapid, was seamless.
I found out on Tuesday, the week of final exams, that the following week I was going to be serving as an interim administrator.
Well, it was pretty rapid because it happened at the change of the semester, which is a really, really busy time. So it was pretty hectic, but we got through it.
A big learning curve, a lot of new responsibilities, things I've never done before, but I'm picking up pretty quick. The most challenging part is also the most rewarding part, and that's learning all the new jobs and responsibilities, the duties that you have when it comes to talking to parents.
Since Mr. Snyder's role is temporary, the school district is in the process of hiring a permanent replacement.
They will advertise a position and accept applications and resumes, and then they'll do an interview process, and then the person or persons will be selected. So that's the process that will be followed here.
It's different, but I'm catching on. It's pretty fun.
Great story. Next, we move to a story about our school lunches.
At the beginning of the 2015-2016 school year, YCHS went from having 3 lunches to 4. The administrators added an extra lunch to alleviate overcrowding. Lunches aren't as crowded, but some students are still unhappy about their lunch times.
I feel about my lunch, it's not a late time, so it's pretty nice. A lunch is too early, but D lunch is too late, so B is like the perfect lunch.
A lunch is pretty good. I mean, it's not too early. You can eat for everybody, so it's pretty good.
I like my lunch. It's better than having D lunch.
Jamar Griffin, Sr., worries about classmates who have later lunches.
Well, D lunch is kind of bad because I feel like they don't have enough food for everybody. A lunch, you can eat for everybody, so it's pretty good.
Going to 4 lunches just means the school is growing, which means we have more people to meet and talk to at whatever lunch we have.
Our next story is about the upcoming South Carolina primaries and the importance of voting.
With Election Day quickly approaching, we asked students and Coach Moore about their thoughts on voting.
Well, as an American, your most basic right in this country is to be able to cast a vote for people that you want to represent you in this government. And, you know, if you think about the history of this country, lots of struggles and lots of hurdles have been overcame that allow more and more people to participate in our democracy in the form of voting. And so I think it's your basic fundamental right as an American, and that you should exercise that right.
Devin and Jamar agree that voting is important.
I feel like everyone should vote because your vote does make a difference, and it's choosing our future leader, like I said before.
I feel like everybody's vote is important. Everybody should have a say and a word, and their voices should be heard.
Well, there's always going to be a section of the population that doesn't vote. It happens all the time. Even in a large election like this year's presidential election, there'll be a section of the population that they feel like maybe their vote doesn't really count. There's no need to go vote. They feel like that I'm not really going to be heard. I would try to encourage a non-voter to get out and vote and to realize their vote really does make a difference.
It's so important to vote. It really is. Our last story of the week lets us get to know some of our students.
Superheroes have superpowers. Students and adults at YCHS think it would be great to have superpowers too.
If I could have any superpower, I would definitely want to travel back in time. I would travel back in time and change all the mistakes I made. I would definitely use my power for good to help people.
I would use it for good because I think it could help with the stop spreading gossip. If you knew what other people were thinking about and you could kind of see how everything was going to pan out before it actually did.
If I have a superpower, it would be to heal people. My superpower, I would save people's lives. Superpower would be used for good. Well, the superpower should be used for good because you want to save people, because heroes save people.
If I could have any superpower, my superpower would be mind control. I would cause people to be able to get along and treat each other with respect.
CATS TV students think all students here need the super speed power so that they can get to class.
Hey, I'm late class. What a great story. That's all for this week, Cougars. See you next week for more great stories.